my lovely students. A very warm welcome to all my lovely atoms. Hope you all are doing fine. Your Anubha Ma'am is here, your AG Ma'am is here, and welcoming you all to the session, especially to our Sprint X series because ICSE students, that is super important to you because your exams are approaching, and this video with all the Sprint X videos is definitely going to help you a lot. So today the chapter we are going to discuss is Mole Concept and Stoichiometry. You know that somehow so much of syllabus of this chapter is reduced already. We are going to discuss the reduced syllabus but with the most important questions and topics that is having very high probability to come in your exams. So I think you're super ready with your Anubha Ma'am, and I hope you're following all the schedule of all the teachers. So what are we going to do specifically? We'll talk about atomic masses and atomic mass unit, very much important thing. Side by side, you can also see VIP series, which we are doing for ICSE 10 students only, where we are discussing very important problems and very important questions and one-shot videos as well. And apart from that, vapor density, percentage, composition, empirical formula, and molecular formula, these all are super important topics, and we'll discuss a variety of questions. So stay till the end. Don't forget to like the video, share it among your friends, and definitely subscribe if you're new. Yeah. So you have the entire schedule of Anubha Ma'am in front of you. Okay, wait, this is not over. Till 27th Feb, I'm going to take your sessions of all the chapters of ICSE. Ambika Ma'am will teach biology, now, and you can follow the entire schedule, and physics by your Anup sir. I hope by this time you're having the schedule of all the teachers because, sprint is going on from, I guess, 3rd Feb. I'm not pretty sure, but you can see that. Gopal sir will teach you mathematics and Ankana Ma'am SST and Shweta Ma'am English. You can download the PDF too so that you will get all the session details as well. Okay. With that note, I'm going to start the session. I hope you know what we all have to do. That this subscribe to the channel because sprint is important. Specifically, we are dedicating to all the ICSE 10 students. And this is the homework that so many students had submitted. And I really appreciate you students, not because you were the one who submitted the homework. You took the initiative to come forward and tell your experiences as well as submitting the homework means you are taking this seriously and want us to encourage you guys. So that's what we're doing. So Nazreen, very good. Shilpi, Aditya, and we have Lalkar, and we have Durga. Always see the sessions. Wise Buzz. Okay, amazing. And we have Joseph, Dennis. Dennis generally comes to all the session. And Rishika, Sanju, Nishu, Bhargavi, a great job by you students, a very great job students, keep doing it. And let's start with a very positive quote that says you. It will always be you versus you. Set your standards high. This is so true, students. You know what, this might sound a bit weird to you, but yeah, this is something that I do to myself sometimes whenever I feel a bit low and whenever I feel a bit lost. That's what I do. I go in front of mirror because I can see my reflection, and then I talk to myself that these are the things that you did, you could have done in a better way. And we are the one that is our own enemy as well as our own friend, so you have to choose what you want to become. And I think enemy is not a good option. And whenever you get all those vibes that maybe you're not doing good enough, maybe you're facing certain other issues in life, because it's not only about one thing, right? So just keep your standards high. Say this to yourself that you can do better, much better, and try to motivate yourself because as I said, you are your own best friend. Okay, Anubha Ma'am is here as well though. Yeah, so let's start with the very first question. Keep the Josh high. The very first question is very easy as well. We have to define one U and one EMU. One suggestion again, I'm telling, please follow VIP series because it's a kind of variety of questions we already did. Initially we used to use AMU, which is my atomic mass unit. And nowadays we call it 1U. U means unified mass. Okay, so when I talk about atomic mass unit, earlier we used to call it atomic mass unit. Now we call it simply U, unified mass. That's a unit mass that we have taken as a standard to calculate the mass of other atoms, molecules, or ions, and so, because this unit is not going to affect the actual mass of the substance and also almost going to give a whole number to calculate the relative mass, which is easy to remember and easy to use in the calculation. So that part is nothing but 1/12th portion of a mass of a C12 atom. You have this C12 atom, a carbon atom that's having a mass of 12U, and you did 12 equal part of the same, and every part is considered as 1 by 12th part of that atom. The mass of that 1 by 12th part is called as unified mass or atomic mass in it. So what will be the answer? You know it. Answer is nothing but A. Keep answering, okay? Have a notebook and pen also so that you can practice along with me and can give answer faster than me. I'll definitely wait because there'll be numerical questions and I'll be asking to you guys what will be the answer, because we'll do that because ultimately you have to do in the exam. Okay, the next question is for 2 marks. Let's try to do it in 2 minutes because that's easy peasy. What is atomicity? Atomicity itself is giving you a hint, number of atoms, right? But number of atoms in what? A molecule. Whenever you have a molecule, the molecule is made up of certain atoms, right? So those number of atoms constituting a molecule is called as its atomicity. So when I talk about the atomicity of phosphorus, that's definitely 4. You can say tetraatomic, okay? 4, because one molecule of phosphorus is consisting of 4 atoms. Sulfur is 8, so that's octatomic. When I talk about hydrogen, that's H2, so 2, that's diatomic. All right, make sure that you got this. Easy peasy. All right, let's move ahead. Yeah, you got it right. Okay. And as I said, answers are totally attached. You can download the PDF and can get all the answers and can revise anytime, anywhere. Let's see question number 3. Explain the term empirical formula, molecular formula in 2 marks. 1 mark for each of the explanation. When I talk about empirical formula, that's something that is depicting what the simplest formula of a compound. When you have a compound, when you have a molecule, and when you write its number of atoms included in simple whole number, that is what the empirical formula is. That's the simplest formula. In what sense? Having all the atoms in the molecule in what? In simple whole number. Okay, I'll give you an example to prove that. You can take the same example. First, take molecular formula also and take a particular molecule and then compare its empirical and molecular formula. That's the actual formula of a molecule that defines the actual number of atoms that is needed to make that particular molecule. Okay, let me take the example of glucose, that's C6H12O6. That's the molecular formula because 6 carbon atoms, 12 hydrogen atom and 6 oxygen atom constitute to give a molecule of your glucose. But when I have to write its empirical formula, that's nothing but CH2O. As I said, in the simplest possible whole number, we'll divide it with such a number that you'll get the simplest number possible. Okay, easy peasy. That's what is written as well. So you'll get 2 marks and it will hardly take 2 minutes. Just go with the concept and you know what to write wherever you need that. Let's talk about question number 4, which is easy peasy as well. How come empirical formula is very simple? This is more of like maths, not even chemistry. Because you need to divide those number of atoms, those digits, with a divisible number that both can be divided to get the simplest number possible. So if I divide here by 6, I got CH, that's the simplest formula. So N value is 6. N factor, that the number that my entire molecule is divisible to get the simplest number. That's a very important thing to know, because if we have this number and multiply it with the empirical formula only, I can get my exact molecular formula. So this is important to know, that how to calculate empirical formula. Molecular formula is equal to empirical formula into that N factor. Here, that's glucose, and we discussed that CH2O because N value is also 6 here. Here, that's my more of like ethene gas, and here it will come out as CH because N value is 2. D, here I have 1 carbon. So you can see hydrogen written here and there, carbon same. So just write it a molecular formula where all the number of atoms, same number of atoms you're writing all together. So 2 carbon, 4 hydrogen and 2 oxygen. So N value is 2. If you divide by 2, you will get CH2O. That's what the empirical formula. And That's what we needed to solve. Got it? Easy? So can you see? Glucose has the same empirical formula as my acetic acid. So empirical formula of two compound is not telling the exact compound, but only the simplest whole number of atoms that is involved. Easy? Okay. Fifth question. This is containing all the important parts that you should know, because these are somewhat we use in the equation or while solving certain numericals, because numerical will definitely come from this topic. What exactly is vapor density? That's something that can be used in some of the numericals given to know the molecular and empirical formula. They'll give you some data, vapor density, you know that with the help of this you can calculate the molecular mass. How come? 2 into vapor density will give you the molecular mass. But how? Because vapor density is nothing but a ratio of the masses of your given gas divided by mass of hydrogen atom, because in a way you can talk about the relative mass of a given gas when we are comparing it with hydrogen at equal volumes. You have to take equal volumes, means we have to apply the Avogadro law at STP condition, standard temperature pressure condition. So vapor density is the ratio of a mass of a given gas to hydrogen when you take the equal volume of both the gas at STP, standard temperature pressure. Okay, let's talk about B, and I hope you'll remember the formula. 2 into vapor density. 2 comes because that was hydrogen gas, H2. You'll write it into 2 into mass of a hydrogen atom, and you take the 2 on this side while calculating vapor density. So it becomes mass of a hydrogen atom from the hydrogen gas H2. So that's how that 2 came. 2 into vapor density, that's give the relative mass of the gas. Okay, important formula. Relative atomic mass, something that you know from previous classes as well. Relative atomic mass, we are comparing the mass of the substance with something by taking that as a standard. And I told you in the very first question, that's my carbon. Not exactly carbon, 1 by 12th portion of the mass of a C12 atom. So relative atomic mass is the mass of my given atom as compared to 1 by 12th of mass of a C12 atom. How much heavy, how much times my mass of a given atom is as compared to that standard unit that we call as 1U or 1 AMU. Same with the relative molecular mass, but the atom will be replaced by molecule. How much heavy your molecule is as compared to the mass of 1 by 12th part of a C12 atom. Simple. So if I say water is having a mass of 18U, that means my water H2O is 18 times heavier than my U, than my standard unit, that's unified mass. Simple. Okay, got it? Give me a quick high five. Yeah, ma'am, everything is going awesome. Do let me know in the comment section also, because it's important to know your feedback. Yeah. Okay, students, before moving ahead, you must be thinking if there is any new student, how Vedantu platform works, or is it like this is the only thing that we have to offer? No, students, Vedantu is giving classes on its own platform, which is very much amazing, and you'll definitely enjoy it, and you can see guaranteed score boosting in like wherever you are. You can definitely see your personality getting enhanced with the variety of students with whom you're going to attend the classes, diversity, you know, and you'll get amazing results, because in every session there'll be plenty of quizzes after topic clearance. So it's not like teacher will just teach you. That's a very much active learning you're going to have, because whenever teacher is done with the topic, there'll be a quick quiz to make sure you get the topic by your data, your own data. And when students will say they won't get something and they have some particular doubt, we have a team of class teachers and your master teachers totally dedicated to solve your doubts at that time. So it is going to be a wonderful experience, an active learning, and not like just teaching, and you will enjoy it. Okay, students, so that's what I'm telling. High level quizzes in each and every session. Compete with students throughout the world. Oh my god, that's a very good competition you're going to have, and you'll see on yourself. And that's not like just teaching, you'll understand and you'll have learning as fun. That yeah, learning is not boring, that can be fun as well, with all the examples that we use, all the animation, 3D animations that we use. So The replay part is also going to be awesome because you're like, oh, I miss a session. I don't want to see the replay because who will sit for 1 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes? It will be good because in replay mode, it will be awesome experience because you will be able to have all the quizzes in that and you can get your name in the leaderboard as well. So let's say, okay, it's fun. I can see my name. I am learning as well. And it's like a live experience with the teacher, even in that case. All the content you will be able to download from each and every session with our own feedback. Okay, this topic is very important. These are the set of questions which are very important so that you can have a smart work and can have practice anytime. Yeah. And as I said, your each and every doubts will be solved. A plenty of chapter basis courses, and apart from that, the best attraction right now which you needed the most is crash courses because exams are approaching. What do you need? A quick revision, and we have some 1 2 3 months quick revision courses accordingly, whatever the time left in your exam, and you can come, you can revise well, you can enhance your score with all of those crash course revision. So don't miss it because that's included in whatever I told you. And here less is going to be more because you can have plenty of benefits with a very less price because we believe that we all are with you, and we really want to extend our support. So the limited offer is still going on, and you can still avail 50% discount on all the Vedanta courses up to 1500. That's what the message 910th English channel is also giving you, that we are with you and we will extend our support with the best possibility. And how to avail the courses, I'll suggest you 1 month course will be very good. That there's a link in the description box, the very first message. You have to open the link and you have to apply AGE Pro code while taking the course because that will give you that 50% discount. So the course was 2699 with AGE Pro, that will be around 2159. But right now you're just getting it in 1349.5 rupees. That means for each and every session, like you can attend unlimited classes for sure. You can manage it properly. It's just paying 6.7 rupees per session and a good deal to have. So let's do it. Let's rock it. And it's going to be awesome. Like, ma'am, can you guide us? I'll give you a bit of hint how to do that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, students. So let me do one thing. This is one of my videos. You can see that. That's a sprint session only. When you'll see this message that's pinned by Vedantu 19 channel, open it and apply the code. That's a previous video. The benefit previously was 20%, but now 50%. Class 10th, you have to select target ICSE 2021 because your exams are near. And there is this 1 month course, and then proceed to pay, and then here you can apply the code AGE Pro and apply. See that a discount that you're going to get. And the benefits I told you is numerous because see here, you will get all the session list here. And not this, this is just some sessions list. You can get all your courses here. You'll be getting so many options that these are the courses where you can enroll, and you can enroll for the same. That's going to be awesome. Here there'll be options for all the upcoming sessions that you can attend. If you click on it, there'll be past sessions as well, that if you had missed, you can see the replay. If you want to see replay just for the revision as well, and can get the notes from here. Isn't it awesome? So all the notes will be available to you. All the benefits of Vedantu is there for you. This is going to be very much awesome, and I would love to see you all in my classes. Okay, all right. And I think you get everything, so we can get back. Let's see the next question. I hope all the information is super duper clear. So this question is for 3 marks, and the question is, how will you differentiate between atomic weight and actual weight of element? If you write 3 points, that will be good with some of the examples. And how to differentiate between atomic weight and actual weight is a kind of a question that so many students were asking to me. Isn't it awesome to know that what difference they both term are having? Atomic weight is something that's a weight that's in the relative term. Like that is my weight, that we get after comparing it with a standard unit, that is 1 by 12th mass of a C12 atom. And actual weight is the weight of that one atom written in gram. Okay, and that's very small quantity. Yeah, so relative atom is something that is a ratio of my mass of the atom with the standard unit, that is my C12 atom, 1 by 12th part of it. And this is the actual weight of the one atom written in gram. And as I said, the unit here will be U, not 1U necessary. Unit will be U, unified mass. And here when I talk about the unit, that will be in the gram. And also, why do we prefer atomic weight over actual weight? Because that's the quantity, comparatively bigger quantity we are going to get, almost a whole number most of the time, and also easy to use in the calculation. Easy to use in the calculation. Why? Because suppose I'm talking about the mass of sodium, 23U. 23 times of that U, easy to use. But if I talk about the mass of their actual atom, that's very small, written in gram. Let me talk about carbon. One atom of carbon is having a mass of 1.99 into 10 to the power minus 23 gram. But when I talk about its atomic weight, that's 12U. You can see that which is easy to use. And while doing the calculation using this kind of a mass in gram, as I said, one carbon atom, this is going to be too difficult calculation, too much of work to be done. So these are the things that, you got it properly and you can give the example. All the points are written here as well. Atomic weight with the standard C12. Actual weight is the actual weight of one atom written in gram. Numerical value is quite large, as I told you, and actual weight is quite small and not convenient to use. This is a very important point as well. It represents the mass of Avogadro number of atoms. Atomic weight. And suppose I'm writing the weight of carbon is 12U. That means that's the weight of my Avogadro number of carbon atoms. But when I talk about actual atom, that's just the weight of one atom. If you write it into gram, that's the weight of Avogadro atoms. This is important. This is something that you should know for sure. Okay? Okay, here comes all the numerical part. Now we are going to have some numerical questions, but trust me, these are very much important. This particular question is for 3 marks, and let's try to do it as fast as possible. You do not need to take so much of time if you know the exact procedure, but yeah, you have to be quick in your calculation. Calculate the percentage composition of potassium chlorate, that is my KClO3. How to calculate the percentage composition? Suppose you have a molecule, what's the mass in terms of percentage was carried by my potassium, chlorine and 3 atom. When you get a molecule of potassium chlorate, what's contribution of mass my potassium is giving, my chlorine and my oxygen is giving? When we take the percentage or a mass, that is total 100. Okay, and very, very easy. If I talk about mass percentage of potassium, you'll write its actual weight 39 divided by the actual molecular mass, that in the one molecule of potassium chlorate, what's the mass of potassium that is used. And when you calculate the mass of one molecule of potassium chlorate, one potassium is 39, chlorine 35.5, and one oxygen is 16, 3 oxygen is 48. Try to just add the masses and what will come, just tell me. I guess 122.5. You can do the calculation part. I will do a sneak peek because that's how we can proceed. Yeah, 122.5 only. Okay. I did this question, that's why with the memory I just remember that. And then multiply by 100. Okay. Same if you want to do the mass percentage of chlorine. One chlorine atom is having a mass of 35.5. This is the total mass that you can calculate from here. And by multiplying to 100, that's what we are doing. We are calculating the mass percentage. And 3 oxygen, 1 is 16, 3 is 48 divided by 122.5 into 100. One more trick, that if you are done solving the two, there is no need to calculate the third one. Why to waste some more time? For the third calculation, in this particular case, just do one thing. 100 is the total percentage and just decrease the mass percentage of potassium plus chlorine. That will be easy because that will be total mass is always 100 and you can solve it. So can you please tell me the values in the comment section? I'll wait for it. Yeah? Okay, I'll skip it because I don't want you to see the answer. You get it? Okay, that's not good. Please tell because you have to practice a lot in terms of knowing the answer. like giving the right answer by doing all the calculation. Don't be lazy. Yeah, let's do this question. Find the empirical formula of the compound with the following percentage composition. This kind of a question will definitely come into exam. So how to solve such questions? You have to make a proper table for the same. The very first column of the table will be the number of atoms that's involved. Okay, you can write that. Number of atoms involved to make that formula. And after that, you write their mass percentage, 62.5, 8.5%, and 29.029%. The mass percentage in the entire molecule, what is the mass that my lead is carrying, my potassium is, my nitrogen is carrying, or my oxygen is carrying. And if you want to calculate a rough idea about the number of atoms that's involved of these lead, nitrogen, and oxygen, what to do? The same thing that we do for number of moles, like 62.5. How much number of moles my potassium my lead can carry? Given mass divided by molar mass. That's the mass of molecular mass of lead, and that is 207. And here 8.5 nitrogen mass, given mass, molar mass, 14, 29 by 16. So that's the n value, number of moles values we are going to get. And we are going to solve this because we need those number of moles so that we can calculate the formula. And this will come out as 0.31 something, 319. You can solve that and let me know. 0.6 something something. Can I sneak peek? Okay, I'll write it because that's how we'll proceed faster. You can do the calculation. 319607. Okay. And when I solve this 29 by 16, that will be my 1.816. Okay. So this is something that we get as n value. And you can clearly see these values are not in the whole number, and that's not visible. And I mean, that's not easy to use. So what we'll do, we'll calculate the simplest whole ratio. Like this will give an idea to use that to have a simplest ratio of my lead, nitrogen, and oxygen. When I see this, to calculate the simplest ratio that we are going to use, what are we going to do? We are going to divide by the smallest possible number here. So 1.816 divided by 0.319. Simplest possible number, if you'll divide, you will get the simplest ratio as well. So this is my 1, this is my almost 2, and this is 3 into 6, 18, almost 6. Okay. So what simplest ratio we got here? 1 Pb, 2 nitrogen, and 6 oxygen. You can write it in this way. And you know that you can write it into a better way. This is like NO3 twice. 2 nitrogen, 6 oxygen. So that empirical formula is PbNO3 twice lead nitrate. This is very simple, right? Do let me know. In calculation part, I know that there is little effort, but yeah, you have to do it anyway. You can't skip that. Just try to be much active as possible. Okay, this question is more of like a pastry question to us. Pastry, pancake, anything you like, you can say that. If the empirical formula of two compounds, suppose I'm considering two compound as X and Y, their empirical formula is given to us, CH and CH, same. Their vapor density is also given to us, that's 13 and 39. Find the molecular formula. For molecular formula, we should know molecular mass, and I told you molecular formula we can totally know by this formula n into empirical formula. If you remember, I told you in one of the question. We need the value of n, we need empirical formula. Empirical formula we have. Let's calculate the value of n. How to do that? For that, the n factor is nothing but my ratio of molecular mass divided by empirical formula mass. Okay, so let's calculate molecular mass and empirical mass. Here, if I calculate empirical mass, that will be 12 plus 1, 13. Okay, vapor density we know. You know how to calculate molecular mass. I told you 2 into vapor density. So that's 26. I have my empirical mass, I have my molecular mass. N factor is 26 by 13, that's 2. So if I talk about my molecular formula, as I told you, N factor into my empirical formula. So 2 into CH, that's C2H2. Got it? Easy peasy. Here when I calculate empirical mass, that will be same only, 12 plus 1, 13. when I calculate molecular mass, that will be what? My molecular mass will be 2 into vapor density, 2 into 39, 78. Okay, so n factor is molecular mass divided by empirical mass, that's 6. So molecular formula will be 6 into CH. So that is C6H6. Simple. So though two substances can have different, same empirical formula, they can have different exact molecular formula with the different number of atoms. So these are two different substances. This is my ethene and this is my benzene. I hope this much hydrocarbon you remember, this much organic chemistry you remember. All right, we'll proceed with the next question. And the next question is the most important question and coming in the last so that you'll be able to solve this question till the last. A hydrocarbon contains 82.8% of carbon. Hydrocarbon, carbon and hydrogen, and only percentage of carbon is given. You can calculate for hydrogen, right? 100 minus 82.8. So percentage of hydrogen will be 100 minus 82.8 and that's 17.2. Okay, same table. And we have to calculate empirical formula and molecular formula. Relative molecular mass is given to us. Let's make the same table. We have carbon, we have hydrogen, and we'll do what? We'll write the percentage. That's 82.8% and 17.2%. Okay, that's the mass percentage. And then what will we do? We'll calculate number of moles. Given mass by molar mass, given mass by molar mass. Yeah, so it will be 17.2 and here it will be 6 point something, 6.9. Okay, so this will be 6.9. And what do you see? This is not a whole number. You will calculate this in simplest ratio. How to do that? As I said, we'll divide by the simplest number given here, which is something that we are going to get. So this is 1, this is 6, 2.5, something like this, 2.5. And here still we are not getting whole number. So in a way, the empirical formula that we are going to get is C1 and H 2.5 I can write as 5 by 2, right? But this is not the whole number. We'll multiply 2 on both the sides to get a whole number. We got C2H5 as the empirical formula. Did you get this? My empirical formula became C2H5. Now you can calculate empirical formula mass, and that will be for C2, 2 carbon, 12 into 2, 24, plus 5 for hydrogen, 29. Okay, and molecular mass is given 58. How to calculate n factor? Molecular mass divided by formula mass, and that is something giving the value of 2. Super clear? So what will be my empirical formula? We calculated this first part. For second part, I know my molecular formula is nothing but n factor into my empirical formula, and that is C4H10. Sorted, right? Easy peasy. I think you're getting it. It's very simple. It's just so much of calculation but makes sense and easy too. So 3 marks we have achieved properly. You have to follow it step by step. In the table, I just had a limited space, so I just wrote it here and there. But don't worry, when you download the PDF, everything will be written, properly written, with all the carbon hydrogen percentage and how to solve that properly as well. So I think everything is sorted and you will be able to get us the right answer. Do let me know what are these substance like empirical formula and molecular formula. Just tell me molecular formula, you know what this substance is. Okay, in the comment section. So students, all the important topics is super done. I hope you understood each and every part of it. Do let me know in the comment section. Do let me know. Hope you like the session. This is your homework. Please take a quick screenshot. You can do any 2 parts. I know too much of work, but I think this much efforts you can also make. What you understand about the statement, vapor density of CO2 is 22. Atomic weight of chlorine is 35.5. What's vapor density? A compound of empirical formula, CH2O has a vapor density of 30. Write down its molecular formula. All the questions are simple. What do I say? Pastry question or laddu question, whatever you like. Okay. So this session is done, students. Next session, that's Going to come is electrolysis. I hope you will not miss it. You can put a reminder right now. The previous session that I have taken is about analytical chemistry. I hope you have seen that because that's important too. All the chapters we are doing with our most efforts, I think you should take a look with each and everything for your revision. And you know how to be a part of Vedantu? You know it pretty well. You will get all the quizzes, competition throughout the world, interactive replay where you can see and participate in the quizzes. All the content you will get, all your doubts will be solved as well. And crash courses is the best thing that is happening right now for your quick revision. In a very less price, you're getting more and more because of this extended support we are trying to give to you guys, that we are with you till the end. And that's 50% discount that you can get right now. It's a limited offer. Do avail it ASAP. Don't forget to apply AGE Pro code. There's a link that is in the description box from where you get it, and that just give you a course of 1 month in 1349, which is I think very less, and not even a general school fees as well, in 6 rupees per session. So do avail it, students. Going to be super helpful. And this is it from my side. I hope you will appreciate by hitting the like button, sharing it to your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for staying till the last. You can reach out to me in my email ID, and I'll come soon with the next video. Until then, keep following, stay tuned, take care, happy studying.